folks, welcome to Death Ensemble headquarters here in Elmhurst, New York. My name is Phil Fasso, I'm the man behind Death Ensemble, and I'm bringing you this as a video presentation tonight because I will be talking about a new video streaming service that seems to be all the rage. It's called Shudder, but before I get into that, I'd like to discuss with you briefly about the herd mentality and the human condition. Humans are much like animals. If you watch animals in any of those nature videos from South Africa or the Great White Plains in New York, and you see a bunch of bison, and those bison are all headed in the same direction at roughly the same pace and the same pattern at the same time, that's because bison are herd animals. They don't do much thinking on their own, okay? They follow the leader to where the local watering hole is, and they travel in a hive mentality. Okay? Human beings are much like this when it comes to entertainment, for the most part. They will follow wherever seems to be the hot lead or whatever is the hot button in entertainment as they're being told. So, when I see this happening, I often say to myself, you know what? I don't really flow with the crowd on most things. I'm going to take some time and analyze this for myself and see and come up with my own opinion. This is the case with Shudder, which unfortunately does not really do much to jazz me up. Okay? Shudder seems to be this hot new thing where everyone's on Facebook and all horror sites are talking about it as if it's some revolutionary service. It is basically a pay-for site where you can check out a decent-sized collection of horror movies at your own on-demand. I guess you can get it on services like Roku or Xbox or Amazon Fire. I'm not quite sure about that. I do know, however, that you can get it on your computer, which means I can travel with my laptop here on which I'm recording this and watch these movies all over the world, and I guess beyond if I ever decide to take up space flight, which I'm not going to. The biggest problem I have, because I did exactly what I told you I'd do. I went and I checked things out at Shudder, and they're offering, I guess, $4.99 for the first month. I'd have to double check. You can check on that on your own on Shudder.com. And once you go there, you can check out their selection. Okay? My biggest problem, having looked at their selection, is that most of these movies, a really large percentage of these movies, you can either find on other services like Netflix or Amazon, or if you can't find them currently, they've been on those services previously. So even some of the more obscure titles I know have been on Netflix because I've watched some of them. And I don't see anything revolutionary in offering stuff that's already been out there for everybody to watch on their computers. Don't get it at all. And the thing is, with the availability of not only Netflix and Amazon and Hulu, all of which have horror sections, but individualized companies such as FryPix does exactly the same thing. Now, FryPix I know runs commercials during movies, or at least they did the last time I checked them out. I don't know if that's the same case with Shudder. I don't think it is because I haven't seen anything said about it on the website. FryPix says last I watched was a free service that was at least a few months ago, whereas Shudder you're paying for. So I don't think you're going to be paying for commercials, but then again, you pay for commercialized television on Hulu, so I'm not quite sure about that. What I am sure about is that even within the collection, and I'm talking a collection of, I don't know how many movies, it's a decent size like I said, even within that collection, some of the ones that have already been on services or are still on services, and even some of those that have never been on services are absolute trash. So something like S&M Man, which has been on Netflix I know and is now on Shudder, is nothing I want to waste my time watching. I certainly don't want to pay $4.99 for a collection that's got a whole bunch of junk in it. And the problem with horror is, especially even Netflix, you get a lot of junk. A lot of it. Now, are there some classics on there? Certainly on Shudder. There are. Are you going to get some stuff that's very good, very high quality, well made? Yes. Are you going to get garbage? Yes. Is there any reason to pay for another service for $4.99 a month to get junk? And to get a bunch of movies that are retreads from Netflix and Amazon? I'm saying no. I see no reason for me to spend, and I spend a lot more on food every day, believe me. I live in New York, food is not cheap. If I go out to lunch, if I grab 2 slices of pizza, it's going to cost me more than $5. If I don't get any drink or anything on them, just plain slices. So, that being the case, Shudder is not really everything that it's cut out to be. Or at least everything that everyone's making it to be. And here is what I'd like to know. Why, oh why, is everybody jumping on this? You can get horror on Netflix, on Amazon, on Hulu. I'm sure there are other services, like I said, Fright Picks. And granted, on Fright Picks at one point they had Stuff Stephanie and the Incinerator, so they've got their fair share of junk too. But I don't know why everyone's making it sound like Shudder's reinvented the wheel here. Because they haven't. I wish that I could be in charge of one of these channels and do programming. Because I'd put together all the coolest stuff that I've ever loved. And people would be looking at it going, wow, that's a really weird collection. Why is Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers on there, but The Exorcist isn't? And again, I'm a nonconformist thinker, so it makes sense that I would program it like that. And again, it doesn't seem like this is a nonconformist issue with Shudder, because they seem to just be following a trend that a lot of others follow. And I'm still left to question why this is such a big deal. I don't know. All the other big horror sites and some of the smaller ones are making it sound like this is the revolutionary service coming to save all us horror fans. Give us a channel that's just horror. Give us a streaming service that focuses on horror geeks like us. Give us the love we deserve. And I'm not feeling that love at all. I'm not feeling anything special. I don't feel like I've been invited to the prom. I feel like I've been invited to an 8th grade dance where it's all boys. Nothing I want to be involved in. Anyway, so, if any of you have any comments, and we don't really get many comments here at Death Ensemble, I wish we got more. If any of you have checked out Shudder, and you can give me some great reason why everybody should be all over this thing like they are, I'd love to hear it from you. Until then, I'm not going to follow the herd because I'm an individual and that's just not the way I roll. Anyway, so thank you for checking out this video presentation here. And again, if you have any comments, if you're friends of mine and want to let me know, or you just happen to want to drop a comment, you check this out, please by all means do. Because I shudder to think, that I'm missing out on something. But I don't think I am. Anyway, thank you folks. This has been Phil Fasso, Editor-in-Chief, founder of Death Ensemble and all-around horror genius, bringing you the outside perspective on horrors, real perspectives as we always do here at Death Ensemble. I'll see you soon. Be cool.